whether you're renovating or building from scratch, there is some element of fun always involved. And this video is about that fun aspect of renovating or developing. Man, we should have done this sooner. Let the fun begin. So the first thing we're going to talk about is site selection and its subsequent purchase. So this here means that you have already decided what it is you are after, whether you want to knock down and rebuild, or you want to renovate, or you are buying a place that you'll rent out, or whatever the strategy may be. First thing you got to do is purchase the place, right? So the fun aspect of it is that when we purchase, we do a lot of homework and we visualize what can be and look at the property from that angle. There's a lot of imagination happening as well at the same time. And then when we are out there talking to the real estate agents and things like that, if you have your game right, it can be a fun thing to do. Buying a property is once in a lifetime thing, and I understand it can be stressful, but at the same time it can be a joyous occasion as well. With regards to the stress factor, I've made a video previously discussing about some of the mistakes that buyers tend to make. And if you know about these things, then you'd be able to avoid it and also get in the game, do it properly, and beat the real estate agents in their own tactics and things like that. And when you are able to do that, when you see that you are succeeding and you are dodging what they're placing in front of you, that in itself is a fun thing as well. Buying a property is a big, important step, and we try to get the best of the situation. And the more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are. Therefore, lesser the stress will be and more the fun factor will be. And if you have bought properties before and you are doing it third or fourth time, the stress factor goes down considerably and you know the game, and that's when the fun really begins. The design phase. This is where I absolutely love every bit of it. If we are renovating, then we can see a property for what it can be, the ways we can improve, the differences we can make, the colors we're going to choose, the lifestyles we're going to set there. And if we are building a property from scratch, we can really let our imagination run wild a bit. As a joke, once I told one of my architects to put a swimming pool between the kitchen and the front living room. Although it started as a joke, we did manage to put a lap pool between the kitchen and the front living area, and the end result was spectacular. Now there are many examples like that from the past where we tweak the space a little bit and we get more out of the same space. Let's say combining a butler's pantry with laundry, or perhaps tweaking the layout a little bit and getting an additional room which adds value to the property. It goes without saying that if you are designing a property from scratch, you are translating the lifestyle that you want for yourself into a blueprint, how you are going to live in daily basis. And this I find to be one of the most entertaining part of a build process. And then we start selecting the material for our build. For example, we start with the brick. Whatever kind of brick we select, and there are hundreds to choose from, right? Brick selection will set the tone for the kind of house we're making, and then the roof tiles to go with it, and the external features and so forth. Selecting the materials is particularly popular for the shopaholics amongst us. It is very much shopping. You go and select things that you like, things that you think, in your opinion, is something that will make your house look nice. It'll make it stand out. It'll last for a lifetime and the looks will not age. So there's lots to choose from. Everything there are variations, and there are decisions to be made, like do you spend just a little bit extra to get the more premium item perhaps that will give the house a even superior look, and things like that. So it is in its sense a shopping experience. And yes, therefore there is this fun aspect involved in there as well. We are using our imagination, but we are being entertained at the same time as well. Tiles, floors and fittings. Choosing these things in a particular manner will give the look that we desire. And this is where, again, shopaholics will really savor the time. There are lots to choose from. There are many tile shops out there. There are many shops that sells vanities and tapware and all these sort of things, and the combination is infinite. We can achieve so many different kinds of looks, be it French provincial, Art Deco, contemporary, and on and on. Whatever it is that you desire, the look that you are after, or different kind of textures, or comfort level, whatever the case may be, there is something out there that you can get for yourself. And yes, it is easy to understand why this step can be a lot of fun. I mean, think of it this way. You are going out there and you are selecting tiles or tapware and flooring and things like that, things that you like. There is fun in that. The kitchen. This is an important enough factor that I had to talk about it separately altogether. They say a kitchen can make or break a house, and it's true. You see, designing a kitchen is actually a fun process because there are lots of variables there as well. For example, where do we want to place the oven or the microwave oven? Or where do we want to place the cooktop, sink, and so forth? How do they work in relation to each other? How much benchtop space are we maximizing? Storage is always a top priority, obviously. We never have enough of storage, and on and on. So when we have designed a kitchen with all the different attributes balanced the way we like it, what we have effectively done is put down on paper the best case scenario for our lifestyle. When we are nearing the end of the build process, we select various light as features. You see, light fixtures, they don't cost a lot. It's not a big ticket item, but it does add a lot of character to a house. Sure, we have the downlights and things like that these days to give just light, right? We flick on the switch and voila, there's brightness. But what specific kind of, like say for example, if we have a pendant light or a chandelier perhaps, these things are statement items, right? And they have to work with the space. And selecting the right kind of light feature is like selecting a good jacket. It has to fit and it has to do the right things, like keeping you warm or the right number of pockets or, things like that. So it's one of those things that technically may not be necessary, but it's like jewelry for your house. And it is fun to select. And finally, the pinnacle of it all. When the house is finished, it's built, and the builder gives you the keys, and you go into the house with your family for the first time. Stepping into that empty house, there is such an overwhelming sense of satisfaction. As many times as I have done this, it never gets old. This is the most deeply satisfying feeling that you can get, walking into your very own home, brand new. And those of you who has had the pleasure of this experience, I congratulate you. And those of you who are looking forward to that day, I assure you, it is worth it all. That one moment, that one step forward brings such a good feeling that we will not forget it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have any comment or any questions about buying a new house or building or anything related to properties, by all means leave a comment down below. With regards to the other running project, a lot has happened. We are nearing completion almost, so I'll be bringing an update regarding that project soon. And there's a lot to share about the various stages of construction that has already happened. So I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, you take care. Let the fun begin. Oh, I love this property so much. I'm definitely going to buy this. Don't do this. Poker face. Total poker face. That's the kitchen. There's a crack over there. Oh, the floor is dusty.